Hey guys, how's it going? Just doing a trade review on how the Asia session has been for me tonight. It's been pretty solid overall. Honestly, some pretty wild moves. This is one of those moments where if I had a flexible account, like a funded futures scholar account or an expert account with MFFU, I would be totally riding this way. But you know what? You take what you can get and do what you gotta do. I think one of my trade reviews I mentioned last time, I talked a lot about how I trade a certain way during Asia, right? So I don't change how I trade, even if the market presents some amazing moves, I will take bits and pieces of it. But as part of my discipline, there's a certain way that I trade the Asia, the London, and the New York session. So because we're talking about the Asia session tonight, I want to talk about what I did tonight. I'm 4 for 4 on my trades with a 100% win rate, and I traded 4 different accounts tonight. So I want to go over exactly why and where I took my trades, just to go over that a little bit. So before I get into it, for those who don't know, when I trade the Asia session, I specifically focus on scalping. And what that means for me is going in and out and targeting 1 to 2 hour trades at maximum. Generally looking for about a 15 to 20 point scalp. I will go for 40 if the market presents for it, but usually 20 points is kind of what I'm looking for the most part. So with that said, I'm going to dive straight into this. What you're looking at right now is the 2 minute time frame on the NQ. I am just going to stick to 2 minutes for the sake of this review. More than happy to kind of talk about different time frames and what have you at another time, but today I'm going to talk about this. So let's get into this. So hopefully you guys can see this properly on your end there. So the Asia session opening print here was about 21,771. Now I didn't take the first trade that came my way, but I did take this one when we found ourselves a potential lower high. So I commented here in my Discord log that I was going for NQ longs, and I really want to find a level of support here. So I found the support here at this level here, and I was looking for a break above 21,666 for about a 30 point or 20 point scalp, whichever was worked best, right? So I managed to get in here at the break here, and I took my 20 point exit here and got my base hit that I needed for my MMFU account. So that was the first trade, okay? And so that first trade was based on us coming down, finding a bottom to this, right? To the level that was respected, and then being able to take a break above the range here that we were consolidating to tag the upper channel. So these channels and levels I've had marked prior to coming into today's session. As I mentioned in my other trade review, I will mark all of this up well in advance before the Sunday Asia session even opens up, right? So I'm well prepared. My levels, my channels, everything, you name it, that's all prepared already. That includes all my daily loss limits, my targets, all that. I'm trade of it. I put all those rules in place for every single one of my accounts. So when it comes down to execution, I don't have to think about it too much. Okay. So anyway, so that was the first trade. I took an entry in longs off the level and sold right below the channel for 20 points. My second trade was about down here. So I took this one on my take profit trader eval that I purchased recently. As I mentioned over here at 6:18 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I was looking for a 5 minute failure to go lower as a double bottom. So 1, 2 double bottom. I was looking for a 17 point scalp. I looked at entered in here on this candle for 20 at 21,512, and I exited up here for 17 points. And that was exactly what I needed to achieve my trade. And again, this was a double bottom at a level of interest and within the channel, right? So nice and quick, tight in and out trade within a few minutes here. The third trade I took was on my Tradeify account, which I captured here as well. So I took an NQ short here, right here at the test here. And this was right at the channel as well. I made a comment here within it saying that I would like to hold below 21,551, and then we'd come back down to retest the 21,507 at some point in the day. So anyways, I took that, captured in the screenshot over here as well at the 1 minute time frame, but I took my entry here and I basically sold at the top here, sorry, entered at the top here and sold at the level here for 20 points. And I got what I needed for my Tradeify account. The last trade of the night was over here. This was my fourth trade of the night, and this was for my top stick account. So for those who follow me on IG, you guys will know that my first day on the funded account, I actually hit my daily loss limit, so out 1,000 on the first day. Very unfortunate. Still really getting used to the nuance of things, right? But today I took advantage of this opportunity here, and I took the NQ short to make up that 1,000 I lost the other day and more. So I took a 2 cons short here. And why I took the short here was because in the same way that I was talking about the channel level here, I made a comment early on, again, like I said up here, saying that we were at some point we would come down to test the 21,507 level, which we did, right? And so the moment we broke beneath it, I was looking for a retest of the level again for a support turn resistance. Now I missed the clean entry that I normally would have taken here because I wasn't at my desk, but I did take the following entry here. And why I took it here is because on top of the fact that we're constantly putting in lower highs and lower lows, I was looking at this as a support turn resistance. You see this candle here based on the resistance or support that was here before, but I'm acting it as a resistance now, right? So as soon as I had my candles here showing me that we looked like we were going to continue to go further down, I took my entry. I trimmed for 20 points here, and then I trimmed again for 22 points, or stopped out, sorry, for 22 points. Now, in my story, I posted the video mentioning that normally I would have let my trade follow through and come down to the level. But honestly, playing a little defensively, I was more than happy to be able to make up what I lost the day prior and profits on top of that. So